Hey there, one and all. How you all doing here today? So my name is Ernie Rivera, and I have been doing a 365-day body transformation. I'm on day 11. I've been posting every single day on YouTube and on Instagram, and I thank you for being with me. I'm gonna have a different type of video today. Yes, I have been keeping up with my exercises over the past 11 days. Today is my rest day though, so it's giving me plenty of time to think, ponder, and meditate. And this is kind of what I came up with for today's video. It's gonna be complicated, so I may stop and break and pause a bit, but I'm gonna chop it up so that I hopefully get a good stream of consciousness for you all, kind of express exactly what I'm feeling. I don't want there to be any confusion because I'm gonna get into some really bizarre areas here. But the title of this video is gonna be called "Was Fight Club Right? Comfort and the Orchestrated Decline of Masculinity." Whoa, okay. So before you come down and start pressing the dislike button, right? Just hear me out. I'm gonna ask you a few small things. Please just watch the video, hear my words, and then if you still want to critique, by all means leave some critiques. Now I want to say what this video isn't real quick because this is really important to know. So I'm gonna be reading off this thing right here. So I'm not suggesting anyone that you be aggressive for aggression's sake. That's not what this video is about. Like, I'm not just saying, we don't have enough masculinity, we need to be more aggressive. That's not what this is. Also, what this is say, I'm not suggesting anyone go off any, anything your doctor's telling you. If you're on certain medications or whatever, this isn't the video telling you, like, do your own thing. No. Always listen to your doctor. That's paramount. And lastly, this video real quick, this is not going to be a criticism of women at all. This video is specifically about my meditation on masculinity. This is not a critique on femininity, and it's not a critique on feminism. So it's nothing like that, right? But I just want to talk about this. Was Fight Club right? And for those of you who don't know, Fight Club was a movie about a guy who basically he has a really steady job. He's getting a lot of money and he's doing his own thing, but his own thing sucks. It bores him to death, and he ends up meeting the guy who tries to wake him up and tell him, dude, you're buying shit you don't need to impress people you don't like. Ultimately what it comes down to, the whole movie, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I know it's an old movie. I recommend you check it out because it's really good. But what the movie is about masculinity in today's society and what place does it have. So again, I'm going to be chopping this video up because I am trying to get my words straight, but I just need you to understand exactly what I'm talking about. So let me start with this. All right. There's a form of social withdrawal. I'm reading off the page right here, called hikikomori. And I do know what this is. This is actually a phenomenon that's been going on in Japan, where young men are becoming addicted to video games and pornography, and they are withdrawing from school, withdrawing from work, and they're just hiding out in their room in their mom's basement for many years. And why is this happening? What about it? What about our world is making this a thing? And it's not just in Japan, because actually in the United States where I'm from, we've been following suit with this, right? So a lot of young disenfranchised males, they say, there's not enough benefit for me in this world. And I know what you're gonna say. Well, you have all the benefit, and this. No. Men don't have all the benefits in this world. A small handful of men have all the benefits. Most men are working jobs they hate. They're disenfranchised, and it sucks. And they say, if I'm going to be busting my butt all day, what's the point? So they just, they go to their pornography, they go to their video games. They, they've been dropping out at huge rates. There's been an increase in male suicides. There's been an increase in male depression. And why is this? Okay, so I believe that the reason this is because we're missing a couple of things that we used to have that we no longer have, and primarily that would be purpose and community. Purpose and community. So when I say purpose, I don't just mean like our own individual plan, but I mean like something that we can do that adds value to the group, something we're choosing to do that adds value to the group. And the other one, of course, is community. Now people are like people might say nowadays, well, men only like to fight each other and this and that and blah blah blah, and men cause war. And yes, and I'm not gonna lie, that's a big part of it, but that's been a big part of it since society. But let's go further back in society. It's going to sound weird, but let's go further back in society. So, how long have humans been around like we are now, right? We've been around like 200,000 years, and society's been around as we know it for like 6,000 years. So, what were we in the other 194,000 years, And the truth is, we didn't fight just to fight. We fought, yes, to defend territory, but basically the outlet for our aggression, which is, it should be natural in us, something we can channel. But the outlet for our aggression was hunting animals. We had to be protectors of our tribe. We couldn't be fighting amongst our tribe. We couldn't just be pick and fight with random guys in our tribe, because we depended on each other. We had connections with each other. We were all family. So when we needed to be aggressive, it was to get predators out of our territory, or it was like to hunt big game. It was stuff that we needed cooperation for. But what do we have nowadays? I mean, yes, we go to school and we hopefully get a good job, but a lot of the times the things we need to thrive in this society, you don't get them for many, many, many more years. So let's say that you graduate from college at 22, 23, right? Then you want to do something in the field which you studied, right? Well, you might need to go back for your master's, and by the time you go back for your master's, that might be another 2 or 3 years. So at this point, you're 26 years old. You've been a man, basically, we've been a man as far as our society is concerned, legally, for 8 years by that point. So that's 8 years where you've just been like studying in school, and you've had nothing to contribute to society. You haven't been contributing anything, and so that's gonna feel awful. That's gonna weigh on a person, and that's assuming that you're a man at 18, but biologically you could be a man earlier than that. And I'm not knocking school, because I understand the importance of it. I've gone to school a long time myself, and I think it's very important for people with specific tasks to learn, lawyers, doctors, plumbers, electricians, anything where it's like a specific skill, go to school, learn that skill if that's what you want to do, so I'm not knocking school. But what I am saying is so many people across the boards are graduating with degrees that they have no idea what to do with. And on top of that, they ended up owing $50,000, $100,000 because all of their loans were guaranteed, because the goal was never to get them educated about anything that can make a meaningful change in their life. Their goal was to keep you in debt. That's why the government made all the loans. They guaranteed all the loans, so that basically you can get whatever loan you want for school, right? Even if it was for something that couldn't earn you a dime, but then you had to pay back that money, and you could not default on it under any circumstances, because those are student loans. So I mean, what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say here is I believe that there are certain parties who are invested in you not rocking the boat, because they like the way things are, and when you start developing yourself, then you start rocking the boat for them. They want people to be weak, timid. They want them to not question. And how do they accomplish this? All right, I'll tell you how they accomplish this. Some of the tools they use. Some of the tools, pornography. And I'm not saying that pornography is a horrible thing. I'm not one of these people, right? But what I am saying is they get people addicted to this, and they end up releasing dopamine in their brain, and they become addicted to it, just like a gambling addict would become addicted to gambling. how else do they do it? They do it through social media, you know, and I understand the irony of me posting this on social media, but I mean, it's all the likes, you know. Every time someone clicks a like, you know, that little dopamine goes off in our head, you know. Basically, anytime we need to be gratified, we can be gratified. It doesn't matter if we're accomplishing anything. It doesn't matter if we're making any of our dreams come true. It doesn't matter if we're making ourselves stronger, more well-developed people, or forming any real relationships in this world. What matters is that they keep us clicking the like button, clicking the like button, clicking the like button, and on top of that, just like not rocking the boat. And that's part of what's going on. A little something for you to think about. Alexander the Great at 21, he conquered most of Europe and was moving on to Asia at 21. Men like 100 years ago and before, right? Their testosterone used to be like 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. Now it's about 300 to 700. It's roughly half of what it used to be for basically all of time. Why is this? You know, I mean, and there are reasons for this, including the promotion of more soy products, which we know raises estrogen. We also have more prepackaged foods that have little tiny small amounts of plastic in there, which again increase estrogen, which drop testosterone. You know, and on top of that, we have alcohol consumption, which is huge. You know, everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna drink alcohol and be more aggressive like a man. And it's like, no, you're not. First of all, you know, little alcohol, you know, do your thing. I'm not here to judge you, but a lot of alcohol, you're becoming a jackass a lot of the time. You're putting the pounds around the belly, and on top of that, you're creating less testosterone, or that is to say, you're creating more estrogen in the body because of the sugars in the alcohol. These are all true facts. So I mean, okay, so before this video gets too long, I just want to say this. Yes, I do believe that we are becoming a civilization with less masculinity. Do I think that's a problem? Yes, I do think it's a problem, because at the end of the day, a masculine male is an adult. And I mean real masculinity. I don't mean aggression. I don't mean this toxic masculinity, whatever you want to say, but I mean real masculinity. That's what it is to be an adult male, you know. Anything else is infantilization. We're becoming very quickly an infantilized people. And what would I recommend then to combat this? And would I recommend you go to the route of Fight Club? No, I wouldn't, because there are really bad results in Fight Club. You know, so what would I recommend? I would definitely recommend learning some skills, you know, doing some practical things just around your house if you can. You know, try to research doing your own plumbing, you know, or something like that. Just something small, you know. Do like an exercise challenge, you know. Do something to make yourself feel accomplished, you know. Find some way to contribute. If you can't do it in the greater world yet, which, you know, everyone's trying to change the world, but no one can even clean their room, but they want to change the world, you know. So maybe you try to contribute back in your house to start with, and maybe afterwards you can get into your civic responsibility, start contributing to your town, and maybe then, you know, whatever. But, you know, so learn some practical skills. Definitely maybe take on an exercise challenge, contribute back to society, you know. Do you know, 20 push-ups every day. Just get yourself started. You know. What else? I would recommend reading non-fiction books. Read a few non-fiction books each month, just to start learning skills and tactics and techniques that you can take out into the real world and really do something with. And lastly, I think that we should be forming better societies. We should be forming real relationships, you know. When they have us hooked on social media, alcohol, pornography, this and that, we're ignoring real people, we're ignoring real relationships, we're ignoring our family all around us, our people, you know. And when we are connected to our people, we want to be better to contribute to them, and so we can all thrive together. That's my take on the matter. So I hope you like this video. I hope you enjoy. I hope to see you soon. I hope to talk to you later. Take care, everyone. Peace.